Aria. Sit. This is Aria, and I'm Taylor with Doggone Problems, and this is Aria's roadmap to success. She moved here from another city, and she is having some potty issues as well as a little bit of separation anxiety. Her potty issues are that she wants to continue her whole walk before she gets to, or before she goes potty, and her mom wants her to go potty when she goes outside, so that on time, in times where she's in a hurry, she will go versus wait till the end of the walk. Down. And then separation anxiety. The first thing we talked about today is exercise, but Aria already gets a lot of exercise. So keep doing what you're doing in that aspect. She gets a lot of stimulation. She gets 3 half-hour walks a day. She has a snuffle mat. She has a lot of food dispensing toys. So her mom's already knocking that out of the park. Keep that up. The next thing we talked about were rules. For Aria, she already follows our no furniture rule. She just can't get up there. And so she gets an elevator ride up when she does go up on the couch, but I suggested that instead of just giving her the elevator ride up, she asked Aria to sit first. If Aria sits, she can come up. If not, then she can't. We talked about having her, well, we also talked about leash. So when you do go out for the walks, if she tries to play the game with you, just don't engage. So if she runs, set the leash back down, come sit down on the couch, wait. When she calms down, go try again. And then, let's see, when you do get to leave for the walk, you might get a little glimpse of Aria. When you do get to leave for the walk, tell her to sit one time before you go out the door from your apartment. If she sits, Aria. If she sits, then you get to go. If she doesn't, then wait for 1 minute. I'd sit down, probably all the way back here on the couch. I'd sit down and I'd wait for 1 minute. After that 1 minute passes, go tell her to sit again 1 time. If she sits, now the door opens. If not, now she has to wait 2 minutes. Next time 4 and then 8. Generally doesn't get that far, but this is one rule that you can implement. We talked about having her sit before you put her food down, potentially having her sit before she gets to go up the stairs onto your bed. We really just want to make small modifications to the things that she's doing every single day to have her see you acting like a leader. Burning energy, remember, is a form of currency. So having her sit to earn going out the door, having her sit to earn her food, sit to earn the right to come up on the couch with you. Don't try and do all of it at once, start gradually. So this weekend, work on the leash and the door. And so she has to sit before you'll attach the leash. She has to sit before the door will open. Once you get those down really well, then move to the next rule. We went over a boundaries exercise. We practiced with the rug and then a little bit with the kitchen. With her separation anxiety, I want you to practice the out that we practiced with the rug and the boundaries exercise at all of the doorways. So at first, maybe she's just staying out of the bathroom, and then you work up to the bedroom and wherever else you want to not keep her out of, but have her practice staying outside of the room from you. That's going to give her a little bit of practice at being alone, and that's what's important here. It's not necessarily alone, but it's still her being away from you, and that's what she needs to practice. We talked about desensitizing her too. So you already noticed that the shoes is #1 trigger for her. So put your shoes on 5 times for every walk that you go on, or every time you leave. So that way she sees you putting your shoes on all the time. Now your shoes going on doesn't really mean anything. Pick your keys up and put them down 10 times for every time you actually leave. Now your keys don't mean anything either. Your purse or whatever bag you carry. We want to desensitize her to all of the things that might trigger her to start panicking before you even leave. It sounds like you've already attempted to distract her while you're gone, but I would say let's try that again after we work on desensitizing her and graduating how long you can leave for. We might be able to accomplish it again after we've gotten her over all of the triggers that cause her to start panicking. Let's see, we talked about petting as well. So with petting with a purpose is what we talked about. Sounds like Aria gets lots of pets right now, so you might have to withhold attention for a few days in order for your attention to become as valuable as we need it to be. What we want is for her to start asking you for the attention so that you can tell her to sit. When she does sit, she gets the pets. If she doesn't sit, she doesn't get the pets. Remember, playing hard to get works great. This is another, like the rules, it's going to be another confidence boost for her. She's earning the affection that she's getting, not just being given it. And so for her, the confidence boost is what we're looking for here. We talked about passive training as well. Passive training can work great to shape the behaviors that you like, but it can also backfire. So make sure that if she is ever anxious, excited, nervous, that you're not petting her. You can put your hand on her side to comfort her. They associate touch with love and affection without petting and amplifying the behavior. So make sure that everything she's doing when you're petting her is something that you like. If not, don't reward her for it by petting her. If she's out of balance, putting your hand on her side can help. You can shape behaviors that you like by marking it with a word, and giving her a reward if you have it, or pets work too. And that's gonna create, you can create more commands. The more commands that she knows, the more confident she is. She already knows a lot of commands, but we can shape even more that way as well. Just be careful not to unintentionally create commands you didn't mean to create. With the potty training, we talked about taking her out. She gets to go out on her leash in that little strip of grass that's in the front, and that's it. If you go out and she decides not to go to the bathroom within 5 minutes, come back up here, wait for 5 or so minutes. She stays on leash the whole time, and then you go out again, and she only gets to go in that strip. When she does finally go, jackpot of treats. She gets 5 treats this time, not just 1. And so that's gonna show her that this is the best place I can go to the bathroom. I go here and I get 5 treats. Everywhere else I go, I only get 1. So that's gonna really help, hopefully, create that as a new potty area. That's gonna really reinforce that area as a good place to go to the bathroom. So hopefully what'll happen in a couple weeks is you go outside and she just goes there and goes to the bathroom, then you go on the walk. We also talked about using the walk as a reward. So if that's what she's wanting out of the whole thing, she doesn't get to actually go on the walk until she goes potty. So this weekend, it's supposed to be gorgeous outside. I would only take her on a walk after she's pottied each time. So now she's seeing that walk is only happening after I've gone to the bathroom. I don't get to walk until I go potty. Let's see. We're gonna go outside and practice Leave It. We'll see how it goes. And then I can link the Leave It video, but she already has a good concept of it, so we'll see. We might need it, we might not. And then I also was working on a focus command with her, and I showed you the cheese. So with the camera, hold your camera up, don't take a picture, give her the treat, say the word you want for her to focus on you. Practice that a lot until you hold your camera up and she looks at you like this. You wanna create a really great association to the camera. And is that it?
I think so. Oh, the settle?
Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna send you a task list for the relaxation protocol. We talked about it briefly, but really it's gonna be making sure that she's calm. So after that half-hour walk, come in and practice that. It's gonna take about 15 minutes each time, but there's a lot of tasks on that list that you should work through. If you want to, you can break them up. So you can do 6 tasks at a time or 5 tasks at a time, but you wanna make sure that she's able to remain calm through the whole thing. If she can't remain calm through the whole task list for the day, then I'd stay on that day until you can successfully complete each task. I think there's 15 days of tasks on there. I'd work through each list. At first, do the list once per day until you get through all 15 days. She gets a reward between each task at first. After you get through the first 15 days of practicing this, now you're gonna go through the list again, but now she's getting a reward after every second or third. So she's not getting a reward in between each. Eventually we wanna phase out the rewards while she's staying on the bed and you're going through that entire list and she's not moving at all. That'll help her learn to be calm there. I would also passively try and settle. So when she is hanging out on the couch with you and she's calm, pet her and say settle a couple times. If she's in bed with you and she's calm, pet her and say settle a couple times. Whatever word you want to use, you did say settle, so I'm assuming that's the word. But that puts into context to her what you mean when you want her to be calm. And then the relaxation protocol that you'll practice on the bed is going to help her stay there and be calm with a lot of distracting things happening around her. If you run into any hiccups with that, you have my personal number, so please reach out. I'm happy to follow up and help you get through these things. It shouldn't be very difficult, but if you do run into any hiccups, let me know. And that was that it.
How about stay with distractions?
Stay with distractions. I'll link a video for you, and then we'll talk about it again.
Outside?
Yep. But with stay with distractions, you have to practice the distance portion of it inside and make sure that you can have the established distance inside before you take it outside. So I'll run you through stay and then we'll practice it again outside. But we want to make sure that she has the foundation for the distraction stay inside before we take it out. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right, and that is Aria's roadmap to success. Remember, everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you need it.